Hi guys, my name is Dr. Chelle. Thank you so much for coming to the Dr. Test Prep YouTube channel, and more importantly, thank you so much for caring about yourself and your future. I'm here to help you prepare for the PSAT and SAT in this series, and as you probably know if you watch any of my other videos, my content directly aligns with Khan Academy. So if you have not watched the 4-pillar videos, you need to make sure that you do that. All right, let's look at Unit 3, Lesson 7 in Khan, which is linear and exponential growth. And we're going to see how the Desmos calculator can help us. We're on question number 4, and if you have my book, we're on page 51. Robin has $600 in her savings account. If she saves $50 every week from her job, write an equation to show her total savings. There's a couple of ways that we can do this. First, hopefully you know the exponential formula, which is y equals a times b to the x. A is our initial value. And, oh wait, I'm giving you the wrong formula already. Well, let's keep doing this. This is exponential. This is what happens when you record at 7 in the morning. And b to the x is our rate. Okay, now this isn't saying that her salary multiplies every year by 50 or every week. No, it doesn't. So exponential would not be appropriate for this one. The other type of equation is linear. And most people know linear, which is y equals mx plus b. And this is the one that we add. So remember in the previous video, I talked about multiply, 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 and I showed you the different graphs. If you haven't seen the other video and you're confused by linear and exponential, go back and look at the basic examples for Unit 3, Lesson 7. For here, this b is our initial value, and this is our rate of change. So in this case, she's starting with $600 and she's adding 50, 50, 50, 50. So she's starting with 600 and she's adding 50, 50, 50, 50. And if you think about it, we have 600 here, then she has 650, then she has 700, then she has 750 and 800. So I am going to show you how you can use the calculator to help you. I'm going to hit plus sign table, and I'm going to put in the values that I know. I know when the start, she had $600. After 1 week, she had $650. After 2 weeks, $700, assuming she didn't spend any money. Okay. So these are the points we know we have. If you notice, you can't see them. So if you just hit this little gear, we're going to change our y-axis to, let's say, 900. Okay, and now we can see these are our dots. So now that we know what the real information is, now we can type in each example. So I'm going to do a of x equals 600 times 50 to the t. And this time we have to write x. Nope, it doesn't go through those dots. Here we have 50 here and 600 on the inside. And again, it doesn't go through the points that we know would be true. So now we'll do the 50t plus 600, and I need to put x instead of t, and it goes through the dots. As simple as that. I just want to see something. Yeah, if I did a of t or s of t, it would have worked with the letter t. So it's choice C. So sometimes if you don't necessarily know how to interpret it, if you can just think about, okay, what numbers would make sense, that way you can just check the questions that go with it or the answer choices. So let's look here, for example. The population of bacteria doubles every hour. If the initial population was 4,000, what equation represents this situation? So it's multiplying by 2 every hour. So we know at the first hour, it had 4,000. And then it's doubling. So the second hour would be 8,000. Times 2 again is 16,000, 32,000. and 64,000. So I'm going to hit my little gear up here, and instead of it being 900, let's make it, I guess, like 75,000. Okay. So here we can see that these are the dots that it's supposed to go through. And I just did it in my head. 4,000 is where it starts, and then it keeps multiplying, multiplying. So now I can do my answer choices. I've got P of t equals 4,000 times 2 to the t. And that's the answer. It goes right through it. Let me show you. So we know it's going to be choice A. Let's mark it down so we don't forget. But let me show you why it's not the other ones. I've got 8,000t. Nope, it goes through one of the points, but not all of them. I've got 4,000 plus 2t. Nope. And then I've got 8,000t. And again, it goes through two of them, but not all of them. So choice A is correct. All right, Trevor purchases a car for $10,000 his senior year. If the car depreciates, you just have to remember depreciates is going to be exponential. Okay. If it goes down 12% each year, what is the equation to show the value of the car after T years? So this is kind of where the trickiness comes in. You have to remember that whenever we're subtracting a rate or adding a rate, I did give you this formula up above, but basically we have to do 1 plus or minus the rate and then the time. So in this case, 10,000 is our starting point. We're subtracting, and how much are we subtracting? 0.12. And then we have our, let's make this a T, okay? So basically, you have to think, well, this is going to be, we know it's not going to be letter B because letter B is linear. 1 minus 0.12. So inside, I'm going to have the 0.88 to the T. Okay. All right. So this is Dr. Chelle with Dr. Test Prep. Thank you so much for joining me. In our next video, we're going to be talking about probability and relative frequency. And this one video will include the basic and the harder examples. And then it's our last video of the unit. Okay. So make sure you go back to Khan Academy. You practice the linear and exponential growth questions and then come back and I'll help you with lesson 8. Bye guys.